What is going on, Trash Talkers? We're back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to preview tonight's Monday Night Football matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. All that and much more coming your way right now! Hey Trash Talkers, over 85% of you are still not subscribed to the channel. Please be sure to hit that red subscribe button and turn on notifications, as it will help us create more daily content for you. Thank you and enjoy today's video. All right, Nick, not how we expected things to go, but one of tonight's matchups are the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. We purposefully left them off of the predictions video to talk about them a little more in depth today. And I just want to talk about the Minnesota Vikings more so than the Chicago Bears, because it looks like the Vikings are in the midst of a heated battle trying to get into the playoff picture as they sit right up on the cusp at the 8th spot. Nick, I mean, obviously, I would say that this game matters more for Minnesota. What can they do to show that they belong in the playoffs?
Yeah, well, they've got to show that their secondary can hold up, because the Chicago Bears have been pretty lethal with their deep play ability. Darnell Mooney has been a huge asset to them lately with that deep ball, and Allen Robinson is still a big threat. They've got to see if this defense can hold up to them, because if they can't, they're not going to be able to keep up with any other team in the playoffs. Right now, they're sitting in a playoff spot, but they're not truly worthy if they cannot get past the Chicago Bears, who are not a good team. They've been going through it this season. The Vikings, they've got to show that they have a little bit more strength in that defense that's going to carry them. We know the offense is there. Just got to see it from the defense now.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the Bears, because, I mean, we've seen some ups and downs with this team, especially with Justin Fields at quarterback and really him going through his rookie woes. Darnell Mooney seems to be the guy that he trusts the most, and Allen Robinson is still there but has not shown up at all this year. I don't know whether it's because he doesn't want to be there or if it's just his entire environment, but nonetheless, I think that there's a lot going on for Chicago. So what do you expect to see from Chicago in this matchup?
I'm going to expect Chicago to come out with a fairly strong running attack. We see David Montgomery getting back into this offense with a heavy workload. He is carrying this team a lot. And then, like I said, Darnell Mooney has been attacked. So I think they're going to really try to rely on the run, see if they can beat down this front seven, and then try to take advantage of that weak secondary. That's going to have to be their game plan, and then get Justin Fields going. Got to get these linebackers who are dealing with injuries. They don't have their first string linebackers, so they've got to be able to keep them on their toes, mix it up, and that way you can really expose this defense. We got to see the Chicago Bears get some pressure on Kirk Cousins. The offensive line for the Vikings is not strong. They should be able to have a nice attack there, and I think the Chicago Bears defense is really going to have to hold strong throughout this game if they're going to have a chance at winning.
All right, well, we've kind of laid the road to victory for both teams. So, Nick, I'm going to ask you, where do you see these teams going? Who do you think is going to win?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, the Minnesota Vikings are just playing much better. If Dalvin Cook can get going, it's going to make this offense much more versatile. They're going to see Justin Jefferson get open. Even in the wake of Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson has been incredible, and the Bears defense is not going to be able to cover him all night long. Kirk Cousins and him have an incredible connection. I think the Minnesota Vikings will be able to squeak out a late comeback from behind victory.
All right, yeah, I mean, I agree. I believe that the Minnesota Vikings are the more formidable team, and it's a divisional matchup, so anything can happen in the NFC North, but I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings in a pretty decent victory, 30-14. I think that they're going to have a relatively easy time with the Bears. All right, well, I want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments down below what you expect to see from tonight's game and who you expect the Minnesota Vikings to compete with for the NFC playoff picture. All right, well, that's going to be all for now. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.